To write a good love letter, you ought to begin without knowing what you mean to say, and to finish without knowing what you have written. The strength of the people is effective only if it is concentrated. It evaporates and is lost when it is dispersed, just as gunpowder scattered on the ground ignites only grain by grain. God makes all things good. Man meddles with them, and they become evil. There is no folly of which a man who is not a fool cannot get rid except vanity. Of this nothing cures a man except experience of its bad consequences, if indeed anything can cure it. One thinks himself the master of others, and still remains a greater slave than they. Whoever is endowed with a power superior to mankind should also be above the weakness of humanity, without which that excess of strength would, in effect, only sink him below the most feeble, for what he would actually have been, had he remained their equal. Remorse sleeps in the atmosphere of prosperity. Everything we do not have at our birth and which we need when we are grown is given to us by education. One advantage resulting from good actions is that they elevate the soul to a disposition of attempting still better, for such is human weakness, that we must place among our good deeds an abstinence from those crimes we are tempted to commit. I do not know is a phrase which becomes us. Whether the woman shares the man's passion or not, whether she is willing or unwilling to satisfy it, she always repulses him and defends herself, though not always with the same vigor, and therefore not always with the same success. Rather suffer an injustice than commit one. Do I dare set forth here the most important, the most useful rule of all education? It is not to save time, but to squander it. Wees men are van in zeal. I think it impossible that the great monarchies of Europe can last much longer. Social man lives constantly outside himself.